Have you ever had an outfit so timeless? In 1940, Gussie Nell Davis created the Rangerette uniform, and it has stayed the same since then. Putting on our uniform is a very intricate process, and I want to teach all of you how to put it on and do so in the correct way. First, you need to curl your hair with a curling iron that is medium size, not too small and not too big, so that you have very loose, flowy curls in your uniform. Next is you do your makeup, and you make sure that you have on very natural makeup with kind of a smoky eye, using black, grays, and neutral colors on your eyeshadows. And then the most important part of your makeup as Rangerette is your red lipstick. Once you make Rangerettes, they'll give you your own special lipstick that we all wear the same. And the reason that we all wear the same lipstick is that it's a stain, and so it doesn't come off on our leather from our hat or our props or any of that, so that it's not messy and it stays the same and it stays on. So first you're going to take the red and put it on your lips. And then you let that dry so that it stains. And then there's another bottle that comes with it once you buy this, and you can get this lipstick at Walmart. It's just the CoverGirl red lipstick, and then there's clear that goes on top of it. So once it dries, you can put this on top so that it kind of gives it a shimmer and a shine. So once you have your makeup and hair done, you can go ahead and start putting your uniform on. I already have my shirt, skirt, and bloomers on, and that's just, you would put on in any way you would put on a shirt and skirt, and then just make sure that your shirt is tucked in to your skirt. And then next you can put on your belt. Your belt is made to fit your waist, and so each belt will fit all of the girls the same. And then you have your belt string. First you go through on the right side from underneath and make sure it's even once you pull it through. You go across and put it on top on the left side and pull it down. Next, you go back to the right side, stick it through the hole, and then take it across to the left and stick it in from the top. Then you take the string that was hanging down on the left side, go underneath on that hole, and take it across and put it here. Now, the string that's on the right, you take and put through the bottom on the left again, and you pull it tight to where there's about 1 knuckle of space in between. Then you tie 2 knots into your belt so that it does not come off while you're dancing. Then once your belt is on, you need to make sure that your uniform, where the belt is, it is red, then white, then blue. So your third string should cover where your shirt and your skirt meet. Once you have your skirt on, you need to double check your leather to make sure that they're the same length and that they come to the bottom of your skirt. And if they do not do that, then you need to redo it and make sure that it reaches the bottom. And then if it's too long, you can just take normal scissors and cut them right across to where they're the same length. Because throughout the year, your leather will stretch out and you will need to do stuff like that. Next, we put on our boots and our white socks. It's very important for us to wear white socks in case something happens and a boot flies off while you're dancing, which shouldn't happen, but in case it does, if you wear the white socks, then it helps prevent the audience from noticing the red or blue or pink colored sock that you would have on, so it kind of looks like a boot. So we put on our white socks to wear under our boots, and it's also very important that we keep our leather polished, and you can just do so with a magic eraser or just a wet washcloth or boot polish, just to make sure that it looks presentable at all times. Next, we have 2 gauntlets. These are our gauntlets, and we wear one on each wrist, and there are 3 snaps on the bottom of each one. So you unsnap them to put them on, and then make sure all 3 snap so that when you're dancing they don't come off. And we only wear our gauntlets when we are not wearing our little red coats. And our little red coats are a jacket that we wear during the winter time when it's cold to keep us warm instead of just wearing the short sleeve. Next is our hat, which is the most important part of our uniform, I think. And when you put on your hat, you need to make sure that it's tilted to the right degree. So you take 3 fingers and put them over your left eye, and 2 fingers and put them over your right eye to make sure that it's tilted the same as the rest of the team. Next, you take bobby pins and to pin it to your head so that the hat doesn't fall off while you're performing. And it usually takes in between 15, 16, 17 bobby pins to hold your hat while you're performing. And there's a little hat rim in your hat that you stick the bobby pin in between your hair and the hat rim so that it doesn't move. And then once you're completely ready, you double check and make sure that this leather string, once you're lifted, comes to this seam in your hat so that when all 71 girls are lined up in line, then you just get to, it's the same picture across the board, and all belt strings are the same length, and all belts are the same width apart, and all hats are tilted the same way, and it gives the audience a beautiful picture of all these girls dressed up in the red, white, and blue. And then, like I said, if it's cold, we have our little red coats, and in that case, we would take off our gauntlets and put on our coats, and it just covers our shirts, and you can still see our belt, and then it just buttons all the way down and gives us another uniform to use when it's cold outside. So we take these we're traveling to Washington, D.C., so we'll get to wear these instead of our short sleeves to keep us warm. And once the uniform is completely on, you're ready to go, and we usually check the other teammates and make sure that we all look the same and identical, and that is how you put on the Ranger-Ette uniform.